Vanakkam. So far, we discussed the parameters in the basic views, purchasing view, 4 MRP views, work scheduling view, forecasting view, plant store location views, and also we created those views for the business case materials. As the next step, we need to create the accounting and costing views. So in this session, we'll discuss these parameters in these two views. Also, we'll create the views for the materials for the business case. Before going to the session, let us see the answers for the previous session. So what storage conditions can be maintained in plant store location views? So we can maintain storage conditions, temperature conditions, hazardous metal number, container requirements. These parameters we can maintain. Parameters in plant store location, both organization independent and independent. Is it true or false? True. Parameters defined here are at different levels like a client level, plant level, and storage location level. What is the significance of shelf life defined? See, shelf life is to defined which is the minimum shelf life that determines whether the metal can be received or not. For example, we are having a material which is having a remaining shelf life of 60 days, but here the value is showing as 90 days, then it will not be allowed to do the goods receipt. So to understand this concept of shelf life, I suggest you to practice it, right? You put some value, put the shelf life value, then you practice it. Otherwise, you will not be able to appreciate this one. This is mostly used in where the metals are very sensitive to the life, like pharmaceuticals or food products, those kind of materials. But otherwise, in generally in mechanical industries or other industries, this may not be useful. What is SLED? SLED is shelf life expiry date. It is used to define shelf life expiry of materials from date of production in terms of days, months, etc. Okay, we have come to the final phase of the Metal Master. So, accounting and costing views. These are the last views for our business case materials. So, with these metals, we'll be completing the Metal Master. So, let us discuss these two views. We created the basic data 1 and 2 purchase order text, which are the organization independent views. Then we created purchasing view, that was the plant dependent views. And the MRP 1, 2, 3, 4, they are plant specific and store location specific. After that, we created forecast and work scheduling. These are the plant specific views. After that, we created the plant data views, the storage 1 and 2. Here we add parameters which are organization independent, like dimensions, those kind of details, and also the plant dependent parameters. So it is the combination of these two data there. That is why it is in the third column. So now we are going to create the accounting and costing view. These are all actually plant dependent and also valuation dependent. Accounting is plant dependent. Costing will be valuation type also, it will be dependent. So let us discuss these points now. Here we have accounting one view. In accounting one view, the accounting department can enter the details like related to valuation and price details which are required for the inventory related transactions. So here it starts with the general valuation data. The general data system, we have the details like basic unit of measure, valuation category, those kind of details are available. Valuation category determines whether the metal is subject to the split valuation or not. Split valuation means whether a metal can be evaluated in different ways. For example, there is a pharmaceutical industry or a food industry where the metal may have different batches. A batch with a less expiry date or lesser number of life may be having higher cost, which is having a long batch. It may be old for 100 days or 200 days. They may be having a less price. So those kind of things can be managed through this valuation category. And then metal ledger active. Metal ledger active indicates whether the metal ledger has to be activated for the metal. It is a basis for the actual costing and it will enable the metal inventories valuated in multiple currencies. And then valuation class. Valuation class is the it is the detail which are assigning a metal to the general ledger accounts. So the GL accounts are updated when a metal movements relevant to the accounting occurs. Also the valuation class is assigned to the metal type through configuration. Valuation class configuration we'll discuss in the later how to do the normal transactions. Accounting one view continue with the further details like price and values details. Here we are having starting with the price control. So price control means what kind of pricing we are going to follow for the valuation of the materials. There are two options for this price control. One is that moving average option, which is called as V. Another is standard price, which is S. These are the two types. If it is yes, the price is fixed like once in 3 months or once in 6 months or once in a year, then that will be used for the valuation purpose and also the movement purpose. And then moving average price means for every transaction which is happening for the metal, whether goods receipt or goods issue, whatever it is, the value will get updated based on the metal up at that point. Okay. So these things, if you want to understand, maybe you can check with your accounting team and also the finance FICO consultants. They can explain you how this is happening. So next is the price unit. Price unit is here we use this field. For example, here we are saying standard price as 450 and the price unit is 1. This means one piece of unit is 450 USD dollar USD. Now this is for kind of big items we can use like this. There are some small items, for example, screws, small screws or small items like this, no? Where one piece may be 5.5 paise or something like that, right? In this case, we have to maintain the price at 100 units. For example, 100 units equal to $2, 100 units equal to $3. Then only it will make sense. Making for one piece will not making much sense. The accuracy also will not be there. In that cases, we will maintain this price unit as 100 or 200, whatever is relevant. Next is the future price. Future price is entered in the field which will become valid starting from the date, enter the valid from date. That is the future price. So this is the future price set is sorry, the standard price. Okay, this is especially for the standard price. So future, if you want to update the standard price from this period, then we can update the standard price in the future price page. Sorry, in the tab, that function. Sorry, I'm twisting my tongue here. Okay, so the future price field where if it the standard price control is there, we want to have the price changing from some date, and then we can enter the value and also effective date here. So from the date, the standard price will be updated based on this. Now we are in accounting 2 view, right? In accounting 2 view, we are seeing the determination of lowest price section. Here, the first we are saying tax price and commercial price. These fields are used to enter some material price for tax and commercial purposes. These are used in some countries. They are not used in some countries. It is a country-specific requirements. And then devaluation indicator. Devaluation indicator is used to devalue the metal when it becomes a slow moving or non-moving. Okay, because when it is slow moving, non-moving, we have to reduce the value. Otherwise, then we have to write off or the good metal. Same metal, if it is fresh, it may be 100 rupees. When it is having a slow moving or non-moving, then whether it is selling or not, we don't know. Slowly, we have to reduce the value. After some time, we have to scrap it. So for these kind of things, devaluation will be used. Accounting department will be configuring this indicator based on the accounting policy. So accounting policy will decide how to use this. Next is the LIFO. LIFO means last in first out. So we know what is the first in first out, last in first out. This is the last in material will be consumed first out. Okay, this is the policy where it will be used. This is used in some companies, but in general this is not used. Okay. Now we are in the costing one view. So in the general data, it starts the do not cost. For example, if you do not want to cost one material, then using this field, we can stop costing that material. That is the purpose of this do not cost. If you put this, system will not export the BOM of this metal. Further costing of the metal will not happen. Next is the with quantity structure. With quantity structure means the costing of metals can be performed with or without quantity structure. If you put this tick mark, it will be with the quantity structure. If it is not there, it is without there. If the indicator is set, like a quantity structure is set, metal costing is done using the costing, the BOM and routing details. The costing will be done with the BOM and routing details. The system will search for any existing cost estimate of the quantity structure for the individual metals. Then it will ignore the existing cost estimates without quantity structure. Anything is there without quantity structure, it will ignore them. so that it will clearly take what is updated BOM, updated routing. Based on this, system will calculate the costing. If this indicator is not set, the planned cost for the metal are calculated using the cost estimate without quantity structure. In this case, we can use the unit costing to create the quantity structure manually by entering the cost item for metal and activity types here. You have to enter manually them. Okay. Now the system will search for any existing cost estimate without quantity structure. Like that, it will proceed. So to understand these points, please discuss with your controlling team, because this is very important, which it will be little difficult for you to understand, but it is not so difficult. If you discuss with them, it's a common logic, you can understand. The same costing one view, we are having the quantity structure details. No? We told that the quantity structure it has to take. What kind of quantity structure it is to take? Which BOM it has to take? What is the BOM it has to take? These are the details. So what is the BOM usage? What is the alternate BOM? We'll be discussing in the next session, because we are going to discuss what is the bill of material. So next is the costing lot size. As we discussed in the accounting section, no, that standard price lot size, here also costing lot size. Whereas sometimes no, costing a lot size for one number may be difficult. We have to do the costing for maybe 10 pieces, 100 pieces. It may be because of the machine running time or the material which is consuming. Based on these things, calculating for one piece may be difficult. Instead of that, we calculate for 100 pieces or 1000 pieces. So we can use this costing lot size. Standard cost estimate is where the planned price, what is here, that allows the entry of a marked standard cost estimate for a future price of the metal. That is a costing. As part of the costing, the marked price will come here. The value in the standard price field means that all the goods movement are value greater than the price. The standard price, what is here? This standard price is what is updated in the accounting one view, what we saw there, right? And then planned price. Planned price is used to add three planned prices to the metal master, the date on which the prices may be becoming valid. So these things will be used in different ways by different companies. So please check with your controlling team or controlling costing consultant to understand this point clearly, because how it will be used depends on the usage companies are using on their based on their accounting policies, and what purpose they can use it, like that they apply it. So now let us see the creation of the accounting costing views. So now first we will take the material. To know what is that creation of material, MM01. So here we'll take S002 CP1001. We'll continue to do it. And this is trading goods. When you go and see that, no, just to, we will see that there is accounting 1, accounting 2. These things we are creating. There is no option for costing view. See here, there is no option for costing, because this is trading good. For trading good, costing view is not activated in our test system. So accordingly, so based on material type, that is a material type is important, right? After selecting the views, now we come to the view where we have to select, like accounting 1, we are extending it. As usual, let us compare the details in the training material, that is a reference material. So /OMM03, where we go and select the respective training material for this CP1001, that is a SGMC TRNG CP1001. We select it, we go and see the what is the accounting view for this material, accounting 1 first. So here in accounting 1, so there are various tabs are there. Total stock. See, this is TRNG material, I am using it for the practice. So it is showing the stock of 17 numbers. When you are creating, it will not have any stock, because you just starting, it will be blank. Valuation class is 3100 and other details are there. Now coming to new creation, see the stock is 0. Valuation class, there are 3 options. We select 3100. This valuation class is coming based on the material type. Okay. And then we need to fill the price. So here, because this is the moving average price, the price control, if you note, moving average price, we have to select this, and also we have to put it there. Again, moving average price is also coming based on the material type. Okay. So here, if it is standard price, we'll fill the standard price. Because it is moving average price, we have to fill the per unit price. But in our case, we are sorting so that we are updating the standard price, and also the moving average price are the same thing. Okay. And moving average price is already coming as a default based on the material type, that is in the configuration that we will discuss. And also here we see the inventory value, because already I am using this material, stock is there, it is showing the inventory value based on the standard price and the quantity of inventory there. But here when you are creating, it will be showing 0, right? And also when you update, it is going converted into the currencies for the company to the group currency also. So those things you don't need to worry, that is accounting team will support. Just let us proceed with these details. Okay, after entering these, the price control is very important, we need to talk. Here are two options, standard price and moving average price. For trading goods we are using the moving average price here, V. Okay, right. So here the explanation given there using F1, we see that what are all the prices, how they are there, what are the dependencies, those things are explained. Please go through them. Okay. So this F1 we have to see everything. If you are preparing for certification or something, going through F1 is very, very important for every field, right? Okay. And then now we updated these fields, and coming back to our training material, right? Before that, sorry, let us see that accounting 2 here, and we will see the referring the accounting 2 for trading item also. That is nothing is maintained because we told they are very less utilized. Okay, so we are also not using for our testing purpose. Okay, now everything is over. Now we complete creating the accounting view. With that we created the accounting view. Please take note, this is the trading good. There was no option to create the costing view, so that we extended only accounting view. Meantime, let me show something in the training material, TRNG material. See these tabs, period 324, period 224, period 1223, right? Different periods details are there. So we can see the details for different periods maintained, because details will vary, right, for each period. So for example, the price here now it is showing $10. The last period it may be different, previous period it may be different. Those things we can see. So now, because I have not changed anything, it is remaining the same year. But practical situation, the prices may change, so that changes you can see, but it will show us the overall average and also the stock. So in the period, that 2 it was 60, period 12 is was 0, because at that time I did not start. In period 3, see here, now if I want to see, now see the total stock here, as of now when I am recording it, the stock is 70, period 2 was 60. Now using this tab, the material price analysis, I can do one thing. See here, what was the beginning inventory, how much was the receipt for the period, no, that 324, and here how much is the receipt and how much is, see I am running this in March, that is why period is 3 2024. Okay, and now beginning inventory, receipt, closing, what is the value, if there is any price difference, all these details you can see. Similarly, what happened in previous period, not 2. There, if I go and click, see the opening was 0, receipt was 60, current inventory at the period, end of the period was this much, ending inventory this much. So because I did not consume anything in that period, so it is showing only this, right? So like this, we can see the details for the 3 periods total, current period, previous 2 periods. Like this we can see. So this is the main advantage in S4HANA. They brought this thing, that is also in the latest versions only. Okay, so this is the accounting view. So please create the accounting view, especially for all the trading items. You have only accounting view, there is no costing view. So we saw only the accounting view creation for the trading item. So let us see that the costing view creation, right? So MM03 we see, we'll go and see the display of this metal, the S001 IP1001, right? And here when you go and see that, right, various views are there, and you see there what scheduling view, those views are not been created, right? So those things probably we need to create. So that let us see that, so here we have basic data 1, basic data 2, purchasing view, purchasing text, MRP 1 2 3 4, only these are there. Okay, other views are not there. So what we do now, so let us go and create the costing view for this material. So here we displayed it, but we don't have the scheduling view, plant to store location views here. So we'll go put the MM01 to create this material. What is going to happen? Let us see now. So I'm going there. I want to extend this accounting and costing views. So because already there is a selection of this forecasting view only. See, the other views are not selected. Forecasting, plant storage are selected. In addition, costing 1, costing 2 we select, and we put them as a default settings. Because we selected these views, right, the costing 1, costing 2 is appearing here. since it is a semi-finished product. Earlier it was trading goods, costing views were not there. Now semi-finished good, it is a costing view. So it is based on material type, these views are triggered. Now we are going to the organization structure, enter valuation type. Okay, as of now we will keep aside. Because we selected forecasting view earlier, that was not created also. Now system is opening that point. Okay, let us fill the field required for this. By this time we know that what to be filled here. So put the forecast period D here, and then plan storage. We have not used much detail, so we just check these details. Plan store location 2 we see, and here profit center. So we are not using this field as of now. It is warning message only. Will proceed. Now we are coming to the costing accounting one view. In accounting one view, again we will take the reference of the TRNG material, the IP10 run of TRNG material. Okay, so here TRNG IP101. Let us go to the accounting one view. Okay, so this is a accounting one. Here you can note the stock is there again. So I am practicing it. So stock 25 is there. For you it will not be there. Valuation class is 7900. What we are creating, see the stock is 0. Valuation class, only 2 valuation class for this particular material type. So that is why I am insisting properly create the materials with the material type. If you wrongly select material type, these things will not come. 7900 we got it. And then see here only the standard price is there. Price per unit is not there. Price control is yes, only standard price. This is also all these things defined based on the material type. So here we have to fill only the standard price. If it is moving average price, per unit price will update it. The last trading item we saw that, right? Price per price per unit was there, but now it is not that. It is only the standard price is there. So please take note this kind of differences. Okay, that is why creating metal with the proper metal type is always important. So for this metal standard price we filled is 25. So we'll go and update the standard price as 25 here. So we updated, we press enter. Okay, so now the currency, everything, all these things will take care. This is the settings which is coming from the finance side. So local currency converted to this currency exchange, and then we go for the accounting 2, and then by pressing it we'll go for the costing one also. Now accounting 2, there are no details we maintain. Then we go to the costing one view. Here the quantity structure is there, variance key is there, lot sizing is there. All these things also will be automatically popping up when you're creating it, again based on the material type. So here quantity structure, variance key, and costing lot size are coming there. Those things we verified, these are matching. Okay, now let us go to the costing 2 view. So now by pressing entering costing 2, now it is showing here the current price, right? Standard price what we maintained, it showing. Other details which are coming from the accounting view, valuation class, and also some costing lot size, those things already we maintained from other views, accounting views and costing views. These are appearing here in the consolidation here, right? So and when we run the standard cost, this price will get updated based on the BOM other things. We are not run the standard cost, and it is showing the future price and previous price also, both the things is showing. So during costing session, I will take one session on costing. At that time I'll explain this. Now we'll save and come back. So now we created accounting and costing view both, but because this is the semi-finished product, we created the costing view also. For trading item there was no costing view. Okay, that is one difference you have to take. So that companies will decide for which item costing to run, for which kind of metals we don't need to have a costing run. Okay, right. So now you have to create all these materials up to this. With this we are completing the metal mass creation for our business case to meet our business processes. In this session we discussed various attributes in accounting 1 and accounting 2, valuation class, metal ledger, activation, price control, price unit, etc. And then costing 1 and costing 2, like do not cost, quantity structure, costing lot size, the planned price, standard cost estimation, and many other things. Now let us see the quiz session. Now what is the quiz for this session? What is the purpose of the valuation class? What are the two generally used price control methods? How to avoid running costing for a material? And how to run cost for a lot size of 100, right? So we can know, is it possible to run only one or for 100? If at all yes, how do we do it? These are the quiz questions for this session. Answers we'll discuss in the next session. Okay, the assignment for this session will be to create the accounting view and costing views. As I told, depending on the material type, we may need to create only a accounting view. For example, for trading items, we have to create costing view for all the semi-finished good and finished goods and other raw materials. Please refer the training materials to adopt the parameters. With this, we have completed the Metal Master creation for the business case for our course. So if you have not created the Metal Master so far, please create all these views as we discussed, so that when we start the bill of material sessions, you will be coming along with me. Otherwise, the purpose of you are going through this course, getting the server and other things will be not fully met the objective. Okay, so please follow this. So now we understood the accounting and costing views. Next, I am going to show the entire material creation, right from basic view to the accounting costing view, like how to create a new metal master view and also how to copy from the metal master view in the next session, so that you will get a complete clarity there. But meantime, you also create these views until these things, so that if you have any doubts, you can also see the demonstration, so you can get more clarified. And if you still have some doubts, you can put them in the comment section of the session, so that I can answer them. And please suggest your friends and colleagues to subscribe to our channel, so they also get the benefit of this knowledge sharing session. Meanwhile, if whoever is watching, we have not got the dedicated server, if you want to hire dedicated server and then practice along with me, then please contact me in that mail given here, info@wegrowing.com, so that you can get the dedicated server and practice along with me. Thank you. See you in the next session. Take care. Bye.